General Keith Kellogg's visit to Ukraine painted a stark contrast to the narrative spun by former President Donald Trump, highlighting a significant divergence in their assessments of President Volodymyr Zelenskyy and the ongoing conflict. Kellogg, the U.S. envoy to Ukraine, concluded a 3-day visit to Kyiv on Friday, leaving behind a trail of positive pronouncements sharply at odds with Trump's criticisms. In a social media post, Kellogg lauded Zelenskyy as the embattled and courageous leader of a nation at war, a far cry from Trump's repeated denigration of the Ukrainian president as a dictator. Kellogg described his interactions with Zelenskyy and his national security team as extensive and positive discussions, emphasizing the collaborative spirit of his meetings. He highlighted a long and intense day spent with Ukraine's senior leadership, signaling a productive exchange of information and strategy. This upbeat assessment stands in stark relief to the torrent of abuse directed at Zelenskyy by Trump and his allies throughout a turbulent week. Trump's rhetoric, characterized by unfounded accusations and personal attacks, reached a fever pitch, with the former president assigning blame for the war squarely on Ukraine's shoulders and accusing Zelenskyy of performing a terrible job. The Ukrainian president's observation that Trump resided within a Kremlin disinformation bubble further fueled Trump's ire. Despite this chasm in opinions at the highest levels of U.S. leadership, signs emerged on Friday suggesting progress towards a crucial agreement between the U.S. and Ukraine concerning Ukraine's vast mineral resources. A Kyiv source, speaking to Agence France-Presse, confirmed the ongoing negotiations, stating that another proposal had been submitted to the U.S. and that Ukraine awaited a response. This development coincided with White House National Security Advisor Mike Waltz's prediction that the Ukrainian government would shortly finalize the rare earth deal. The contrasting viewpoints extended beyond the realm of resource agreements to encompass broader geopolitical considerations. Prominent figures, such as UK Labour leader Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron, are scheduled to visit Washington next week, highlighting the ongoing international efforts to navigate the complexities of the conflict. Macron, in a national address, declared his intention to directly address Trump's approach, emphasizing the need for a firm stance against Putin. "You can't be weak with Putin." Trump's erratic pronouncements and personal attacks, however, appear to have inadvertently bolstered Zelenskyy's popularity within Ukraine. A recent opinion poll revealed a 63% approval rating for Zelenskyy, a figure dramatically higher than the misleading 4% rating falsely propagated by Trump and Elon Musk. This surge in support suggests that Trump's criticisms have failed to resonate with the Ukrainian population and may even have had the opposite effect, solidifying public support behind Zelenskyy. Trump's alignment with Kremlin propaganda, falsely claiming that Zelenskyy's refusal to hold elections renders his presidency illegitimate, further underscores the divergence between his perspective and the realities on the ground. The imposition of martial law in Ukraine has, by necessity, suspended elections. Furthermore, widespread support for elections amidst a full-scale war, with millions of citizens displaced, a fifth of the country occupied, and active combat ongoing at the front lines, is demonstrably low. Over 130 Ukrainian civil society organizations issued a statement explicitly refuting Trump's claims, asserting that the legitimacy of the Ukrainian government is solely determined by the Ukrainian people themselves, a prerogative made impossible to exercise due to the ongoing Russian invasion. The statement underscored the impossibility of holding elections under the current circumstances, effectively dismissing Trump's assertions as baseless. The contrast between Kellogg's respectful engagement and Trump's inflammatory rhetoric highlights the significant differences in approach toward Ukraine and the war, further amplifying the chasm between the two narratives. The stark differences in tone underscore a significant divergence in understanding of the situation on the ground.